welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about how to create and how to start a one-person business. This is the thing that I'm doing right now, and I was kind of scared and I didn't know where to start. So this video is about the steps that I found to be the most effective. This is kind of a synthesis on where and how to start. First of all, I think you need to acknowledge the fact that you will need to learn a lot of stuff, and this is going to be harder than you think, maybe. I think I was looking at many videos before doing my videos, only because of the fact that I knew what was coming, but I was not bold enough to act on it and just do the stuff. So some of the things you will need to get better at will be editing videos, learning some code knowledge, I guess, or no code tools, learn copywriting, learn how to make ads. And for me, I think having some good knowledge in imagery and doing art, because this is something I like, and this is something I definitely want to talk about on the channel. And to do that, I will need to get better at it, or just to talk about how to get better at it when I'm learning. So one of the first questions you need to ask yourself, oh, by the way, everything I'm saying is kind of a synthesis, and it's based on some of the content I watched from Dan Koe and Devin Nash. These two guys helped me a lot with what they did in their videos, what they were talking about. And this is kind of a synthesis about that, about some Ali Abdal knowledge, some other stuff that I think are the good way to go about starting a one-person business. Okay, so first of all, you need to spend some time thinking about what is making you unique and what are your center of interest, like kind of the pillars you want to talk about on the channel. To help you with that, I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna talk about one method you can use to get a sense of it. So first thing first, I'm a web developer. I love both backend and frontend, and which means basically I like to do the techie stuff, like database related stuff, and but I also like doing the graphical things, and this is not so common in general in the industry. People who tend to like nerdy and techie things don't like to bother too much with how they look. And so this is one of my specificities, I guess. At least this is where I intend to provide value. And so because of this open-mindedness about not being in a box doing only one thing, I also learned, and I'm teaching how to use no-code tools. And this is something that you can use to build your self-brand. You will need a lot of them if you don't know how to code. And I guess you will also need to learn a bit of coding, because with no code, you can never do exactly what you want, and sometimes you will need to tinker a bit. So it can be useful to know some code sometimes. But yeah, The second part is getting a sense of what you like to talk about and what you like in general. This is the longest work for me. This is what's taking the most energy for me, because I tend to like a lot of stuff, and figuring what I like the most is difficult for me, and I intend to use this channel to figure the stuff with you guys. So what you can do as a first step, if you are consuming a lot of YouTube, you can go in your history and scroll, see what comes a lot, and see if this is something that you are passionate about and that you would like to talk about. For me, it's about combat sport, because I'm learning how to fight. This is about design, 2D and 3D stuff. And it's also about web and techie subjects. So yeah, this is kind of how you would start to get a sense and choose an obsession to start with and to talk about. So the next big subject and milestone would be to create your own website, or at least your own newsletter. For that, what I would recommend is to learn either WordPress and Elementor, or find something else. There is a lot of new CMS and stuff that you can use to create a blog. My go-to one is WordPress and Elementor. This is what I'm teaching in school. And there is, I will provide the links about it, but there is some easy tutorial to connect it to MailChimp, and you can use the free tier of MailChimp with WordPress to build a website with a newsletter where people can subscribe and get news from you. If you want to start and you're unsure about what you're doing, what you want to talk about, maybe blogging is the way to go. This is what Ali Abdal recommended in one of his videos, because having your own website and your blog means having your own pocket on the internet, and so you can talk about the stuff you like without caring too much about what people think. So this is a first step on stop caring too much about what people are gonna say, because if it's your space, it's kind of your home, you won't let someone tell you how you're supposed to live your life in your home. And this is the same for your website. On your blog, you can talk about the things you like, and then if it pleases some people, then it's nice, engage with them. This is your community. If the people are not fine with it, then fuck them and talk about the stuff you like. So yeah, this is the first step for me. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm creating this MVP with Elementor, because I know for sure that when I will want to, my MVP is based on newsletter, short description of myself. I will have an about page, some listing of my articles, a blog, and a newsletter. So the goal is only to have this thing out, so you can start to produce content and create your audience. Okay, and so when you're done with creating your website and your newsletter, what you should do if you want to start on YouTube is maybe just vlog about it. This is what I'm doing right now. Self-improvement and the other subject I was talking about earlier are the things I want to talk about on the channel. And so I did my research, and I'm doing some kind of synthesis for you. And I'm just exposing the stuff as I'm learning it. So I'm kind of, the idea is help your past self, and by doing so, you're kind of helping other people that are relating to your past self. So if you are starting to record yourself and you are feeling overwhelmed, you can check my previous video. There is a method you can use to get rid of this feeling and to start with something. We don't care if it's good or bad. And yeah, if you don't, if you have no problem starting, just put something, talk about it in the comments. It will be cool to check it out. If you have advice on other stuff you should put in place when you start your personal brand, please do talk about it in the comment. I'm considering starting on YouTube and Twitter, and for now I won't do too much in the other like social media like TikTok and stuff. Maybe later, but for now I need to get started, and so I will like put my focus on YouTube and also maybe Twitter. I'm not a Twitter guy. Yeah, so see you in the next video.